Hey everyone, this is my reaction to the fourth episode of Chio-chan no Tsuugakuro, otherwise known as Chio School Road. So, in the last episode, we had Kabaddi. Kabaddi, kabaddi, kabaddi. That's really basically the simplest and yet accurate explanation I can really give you upon the events of last episode. So, will we get more kabaddi in this episode? Possibly, now that we've been introduced to Madoka, who is, a named character on the MyAnimeLIst page, so I assume she'll come back in quite a few scenes, and it makes sense that that would involve some kabaddi, at least some of those scenes, so I think we aren't done with kabaddi completely with the show. At least what my belief is. So yeah, let's get into it and see what we do have in store for us this episode. 3, 2, 1, play. Chio School Road. I I don't want to keep repeating myself, but I just want to point out that that still has not happened yet. I just can't think of what context Hosokawa, being the good girl she is, would suddenly strip off her clothes and run around outside. I'm just really curious. And I hope we get that soon. It better not just be a tease, a thing we see in the opening that doesn't actually happen, because I will be pretty upset. Yeah, we were introduced to Madoka last episode, but she doesn't really seem to be, like, in the opening at all, so I guess she's just less of an important character than these three. Which is fine. These girls are cuter than her anyway, but Madoka had her own fun aspects to her, so I wouldn't mind seeing more of her. You kind of got your thing down. Smoke on the sailor. I'm sure she does. Is that... Wow. Oh, jeez. Let's take this back a step. I keep forgetting she has a Tanya's voice. And then boom, it blows up. Yeah, hers is a little bit less raunchy than yours. Yes, you should totally try it with her. I'm sure that won't go wrong at all. What? Here we go. Here we go. This is your chance. You're gonna fail, I just know it. And... oh god, she's happy, excited. Ouch. Not the clavicle. And there goes your chance. Well, that did not end up looking anywhere near as cool as we had intended. She is kind of. But not as a good friend, after all. I love how she phrased it that way while holding on to her in public. Yeah. You probably don't want to be seen holding that. I think you would get in some trouble just for holding it, so you might wanna just throw that away. Yeah, I bet. uh, Smoking is really not cool, like, at all. But not as such a good influence. Yeah, just take pictures. That'll again nothing will go wrong with that. Yeah, that would be a problem. I still think this is already a bit of a problem, but these two. You are something, alright, Michio. Now just take off some clothing and this will be an amazing scene. I know, right? That's really... I wouldn't know you do that. And or you could sit on a bike that's been toppled over with fire in the background. That'd be cool too. Looking good there, Chio. That was a really good shot, actually. I bet you never thought you could be so cool, huh? Oh, is she gonna get some pics of her next? Come on, Manana, do it. You know you want to be cool too. I don't know, peer pressure might be able to do it. Yep, there we go. There we go. I know, right? The cat. I was about to comment on that before they did. You're gonna be late for school. I bet it was. I'm sure nothing bad will come of this. Oh. Tell me more. I already ship you two. Please give me more reason to. Yes, we can definitely continue this in your bedroom. You really shouldn't come to school with that. This is not going to end well, Chio. I'm being sarcastic before, but seriously, you don't want to do this. Like smoke, or somebody's deodorant, one of the two. It's not us, I promise. I doubt it. Maybe it's just somebody who actually has been smoking that's around you. I think that would be the most logical punchline here. But it could go either way. Yes, it was. You realize that a bit too late, but... That's a great face. I doubt you'd get expelled, maybe suspended. I mean, this is Japan, I wouldn't know exactly how harsh they are with that, but... There were some great shots, though. I mean, hashtag worth it. That last one should definitely be your wallpaper. Yes, I forgot to take a bath. I tried to be cool about it, but I failed and I hurt my clavicle. It was a rough morning, sir. Oh. Oh, okay then. I guess it all ended fine. Don't... Chio, you're off the hook. Shut up. uh, I... Yeah, I know, right? I'm about to say, I don't think you really know how you want to feel about this. Stop, Chio. Stop. You are so cute, but stop. uh, even... Poor Chio. That's so messed up. Oh god, that's amazing. Don't. That was great. Yeah, that was great. Indeed. Wow. Yeah. I mean, considering if you willingly smoke, you are willingly harming your own health, so it's hard to call that smart. Of course. I already knew that, though. I Yes, I suppose. Yeah, but it depends on the job, really. A job can be fun, like being a YouTuber, you know, if you actually made any money off of it. Why not? Well, then do it. You don't need you don't need to be able to pay rent and bills and stuff. But not as impressive. Well, just take some getting used to, probably. Yes, that is him. Yeah. In other words, she does not want you to. She doesn't want Manana to find out they know each other. I mean, his job's not that fun. uh, Manana. Yeah, I might want to find maybe a different job because of Chio there. Uh, it's not, but shh. Don't you always? Nothing wrong with having a couple random high school girls help you finish up your job. Banana's like, why is this happening? Of course, this wouldn't be happening if Manana didn't talk to him in the first place, so. Come on, Chio, show us your assassin abilities. Well, we are. You know, if you try really hard. You just, leave it in front of the house. So who's gonna answer? Anyone we know? Oh, good. Newspaper, ma'am, have it. Tuna. It's not her fault. Calm down. And the angle was slightly off for a panty shot. Well, delivered. Let's go home, guys. I can see why Ando doesn't like the job. Is this gonna go any better? I'm guessing not. Maybe this one will at least be a pretty girl. Or not, no. I don't know what I was thinking. Only old people actually accept newspapers. I guess it makes sense. She's not gonna hit her with it, is she? I think she is. Or just poke her with it. Really shouldn't try to penetrate high school girls that come to your house like that. Yeah, let's all agree never to get jobs. I should have warned you. Oh. That's why the other person was upset, okay. That makes more sense now. Old people are scary sometimes. That very American translation. I guess very slangy would be a better way to put it, but it just made me cringe a bit. Yeah, you're not allowed to get angry. Yeah? Shh, no, it's fine. It's not what you think he is. Yeah, it happens to everyone. Don't worry about it. The music. The music makes it so much better. I would say so. What are you thinking? Probably a misunderstanding, whatever it is. Wow, Chio. Scooby Stack. Just throw it at his head and run. It's just a new newspaper. Sheesh, all people need to calm down. You shouldn't even use a newspaper this day and age. Yeah, just stick it in the slot, you'll be fine. You gonna throw it? You, where we're going, we don't need stairs. And Manana probably got a great view there. Oh wow, I got a nice, decent view. I got one too. Because he looks that direction because that's where the stairs are. That's where he expects them to come. No, no, no. They go the other way because she's an assassin like that. Did you hear that? Just shove it in and run away. That's solid life advice in general. That was actually brilliant. Well, it was brilliant because she let his sneeze mask the sound of sticking it in, but come to Bondo. Yeah, it was there the whole time, man. Calm down. Chio makes some great faces, though. Well, sorry, I still ship Chio with Manana. I really do love the fact that she has a Tanya's voice actress. I love the character a lot more because of that. Oh? Oh. It's not in front of Manana. Things will get awkward. Oh, wow. You do that, Ando. Yes, when you're not getting stabbed in the face and have it slapped out of your hand and all that. Is that what it looks like, Manana? I think Manana's might be getting a bit jealous. Not that I'm implying, she's in love with Chio or anything. I wouldn't imply something like that. Some things are better left unsaid. Oh? Wow, back to the bed. Yeah. He did say that. He did say that. So you lost this. Yep. That's a determination. No, it was never romantic. She was playing the long game. All for $1. Yeah, give me the money, girl. The episode's probably almost over, isn't it? I can already feel it. I don't want it to be over. Very nice tongue action there, Chio. And now I'm very impressed by your tongue skills. That is how they became friends, yes. You gotta be there. It makes sense if you're there. Yes, she does. Yeah, like what? Vague expression. Yeah, let's see an example here. Oh, girl. A stacked girl. Yeah, we'll see how she deals with it. She's gonna put it in. Well, I guess. Is she? I don't know if I agree. uh, yeah, that's what you would assume. Because she is acting weird. I really don't see this being any better than the trash diving solution. Yeah, this is totally normal. Happens all the time. I'll just be heading home now. Yeah, leave Manana to deal with that problem. But yeah, that was another really, really good episode. I love the show so much. Probably better than last episode overall. Although Kabaddi is still probably my favorite single scene of the series. Kabaddi, 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 Kabaddi. Man, the cigarettes photo shoot there between friends. I was just waiting for Manana to say, "Okay, now take off your shirt," or something like that. You know, to really ramp up the scene. But we didn't quite go in that direction. But that's just an example of how things would go if I was writing the scene. Because that kind of getting carried away and, you know, thing would be fitting with the show. Like Manana getting a bit too into the whole photographer thing. So that was the 4th episode of Chio School Road. And yeah, like I said, another really great episode. Our beginning scene started off with a little conversation between Chio and Manana. Manana asking Chio if there's anything she wants to do before she dies, I think is kind of what the question was. And Manana said that what she wanted was pretty much to do lewd things with a attractive foreigner asking for directions. Sure, why not? I guess everyone has their own preferences, I guess. But yeah, basically she asked what Chio wanted to do. And apparently what Chio wanted to do was grab a, like, used cigarette that was discarded and then, you know, sending it back pretty much in a really cool way. So yeah, that sounds cool and all, but I guess it's a bit harder than it sounds, and so Chio attempted to do it because an opportunity prevented itself in the near future from when she said that. And fortunately, she didn't quite do it right. She just grabbed the whole thing with her hand and slammed her clavicle, whatever, on the pole, and it just had hurt, and it's the person that threw it drove away, and it just didn't end well at all. So yeah, the only way she could kind of salvage the situation, I guess, was to just hold on to it and make poses with it, like not actually putting it in her mouth or anything, because, you know, for one thing, it was in someone else's mouth, and you don't really want to put it in your mouth. That's to be expected when it was in some stranger's mouth. But a stranger that wears lipstick, mind you. And so she just kind of held it close to her lips, but, you know, to pose while Manana took pictures of all of Chio's various poses. And that was actually really, you know, fun scene, just to watch her take various pictures. She took some pretty cool poses here and there. Again, like I said already, that it would have been better if she actually, you know, encouraged Chio to strip for it. Even if Chio didn't actually do it, I would have liked Manana to at least suggest it. That would have been funny. But nonetheless, it was still a fun scene. They you know, did more and more stuff with it, like the stuff with the birds and Chio looking all cool. And I would have liked her to use it as her future wallpaper on her phone. That would have been great. Maybe she did. I don't know. She actually might have. Maybe I just didn't notice. But that's definitely what I would have done with that last picture. That was high quality. Now, it was pretty weird for Chio to just let somebody take all those very, what's a good word for it? Risky pictures, I guess. You know, because if she shows those pictures to anyone, posts them online, then rumors would, you know, shoot out very quickly that, hey, this high school girl smokes. That's a bad thing to do. Of course, I mean, they wouldn't be that much worse than the rumors of her being involved in compensated dating, you know, that we had like in episode 1. So I guess she doesn't have a whole lot to lose at this point. But even though Manana was definitely aware of the fact that it was not smart of Chio to let her do that, Chio still managed to convince Manana to let her take pictures of her with the cigarette. And her picture was pretty great in and of itself because it had a vomiting cat in the background, which is pretty funny. Anytime you can get some really silly, unexpected stuff like that in the background of a shot, it's usually pretty funny, pretty great. So that was a good example of that. Of course, a vomiting cat's not exactly the coolest addition to a picture, but it definitely made it a lot funnier, especially because of the contrast between that and the Manana friend attempting to be cool and sexy and all that. And you had Chio comment about Manana, you know, being sexy with a cigarette, so yeah, the show does definitely continues to give me a fuel for shipping these two, so I think the show wants me to do that at this point. At the very least, Chio and Manana are very, very close. Like, you see how often they just kind of cling to each other. There's a lot of skinship there. But anyway, Chio for some reason decides to hold on to the cigarette, even going into school. Why someone thinks it's a good idea to go into their high school holding a cigarette, I don't know. Chio is not the sharpest knife in the drawer. We kind of already knew that. And I guess this is an example of that. But yeah, as soon as he got through there, the teacher apparently was able to smell the smoke and the tobacco and basically knew that something was up there. So he stopped them and he eventually figured out who it was. I liked how she was like, oh, I could have sworn I took a bath this morning. I shouldn't smell that bad. It's like, no, it's not you. Just I smell tobacco around here, cigarettes. So I need to find the source of that. And he did find it with Chio. Now, Chio was obviously very worried about getting expelled, but apparently she had no reason to worry because he knew that it wasn't actually a cigarette that was smoked by her. It was just something she found and for some reason was carrying as long as she was. So it was no problem at all. However, unlike doing the smart thing, which would be to just say, oh, well, that was resolved well enough and then continue on your day, Chio decided to say, wait, it could be mine. Why don't you think it's mine? Do you think I'm not cool enough to be smoking? What's that about, teacher? Like, she kind of took it the worst possible way. And he's like, no, it's got lipstick on it, which you don't wear, and this is a brand that a kid like you wouldn't possibly use, so I'm fairly certain this is not you, kiddo, so just head on over to class now. And obviously, Chio did not take any of that well, and she was not letting any of this go, and she was like, I could have smoked it, I could be cool, why do you not think I could have done it? Look, I totally got these pictures proving it. And all that, and the scene led to a bunch of kids just laughing at her. It was actually really, really funny, their response to it. I felt so bad for her, but it was so funny anyway. It was a really great scene. I just loved all this cigarette stuff from this episode, which is not a phrase I thought I would ever say. But yeah, the photo shoot segment was hilarious and amazing. The reactions and all the photos, like, wow, I'm so cool, this bad girl. What is this bad girl? I didn't know it could be like this. And then the hilarious stuff with the cigarette at the school, it was just some great stuff overall. Now the next scene, the second half of the episode really, was also really great as well. Because you have Chio and Manana walking, discussing a career survey that they have, because that's just a thing in anime, they usually have to fill out that at some point. And you had Manana talking about, hey, I'll write down being a teacher because teachers will totally dig that stuff and I'll get brownie points, it'll be great. Because you don't actually have to do what you write down. You know, it's, I mean, I get where she's coming from, but she is scum, as we've already established, so none of that really surprised me. And more importantly, they decided to make a bet because of this. Basically, they were going to ask random strangers, hey, do you enjoy your job? If you say yes, Chio wins. If you say no, I win. And because, like I said, Manana's scum, she decides to go to the person that's, like, visibly complaining about their job and unhappy with it to ask whether or not their job is fun. So, yeah, a little bit underhanded, you would say. I mean, I know it's technically the first adult they saw, so you can't really give her a hard time because of that, but still, it's what it is. But yeah, basically, this person turned out to be Ando, which is the biker dude that's trying to turn his life around because of Chio, and he has apparently a newspaper delivery job, which is not working out too well for him, and Chio was trying to do her best to help him out with that, you know, get him back on his feet, get him to stick with the job a little bit more. And at first, we thought they led us to believe that this was because Chio is kind of friends with Ando, you know? She wants to help him out because of that. She doesn't want Manana to find out about the relationship, so she kept trying to say, shush, no, I'm not Bloody Butterfly. No, none of that's true. Eventually, we learned the truth, though, but anyway, I'll get to that in a bit. Now, they decided to help out Ando with his paper delivery stuff. However, what he failed to tell them was the fact that old people are very, very unpleasant, I guess is the good way to put it, when it comes to how they handle non-perfect paper delivery. Basically, if you don't get it to them on time, they will lash out at you in some way. They'll either slam the paper out of your hand, or they will stab you in the face with a rolled up newspaper, which is that's not okay at all. But you know, they're old people; they don't care. They're almost dead anyway. Now, one misunderstanding that was starting to brew between these three throughout the course of this scene was that obviously Chio and Ando seem closer than Manana thinks they would be because of like just meeting each other. Because in actuality they haven't just met each other; they've met each other a couple times before, so they are a little, you know, they're kind of friends already. So Manana's kind of misunderstanding a bit, thinking there's something romantic going on between them, which eventually that misunderstanding is cleared up. But they were definitely, you know, stroking that misunderstanding through the course of the scene, and Manana was getting more and more suspicious. Okay, this scene was one of the best parts of this second half. Okay, when there's this one guy waiting outside his apartment for the newspaper, like looking in the direction of the staircase, because that's where he would come from naturally, and he was ready to give him a talking to. So what they decided to do was you had Manana and Chio work together. Basically, Manana giving Chio a boost up there so she can go full-on assassin and just land up there and just shove it in the slot real quick and leave. Now, one interesting thing about the jumping segment is I was like, oh, cool, Manana has a great view of her panties down there. That's awesome. And then she flipped over the thing and was like, wow, I have a great view of something. And then the scene continued a little bit further, and then like, oh, well, looks like I have a good view of her panties. And so I just kind of liked how that kind of went. It was a very fast couple seconds there that I went through a very fast roller coaster of emotions and thoughts through the course of that. Because I was thinking, well, Manana gets a panty shot, well, I don't. Well, I guess that's fine. But then I got something that wasn't quite a panty shot, but still pretty nice nonetheless, and then I actually did get a panty shot, so that was a very interesting couple seconds is what I'm trying to say there. It made commentating that segment a little bit awkward, to say the least. Anyway, that would be the reason why that was a bit weird. But anyway, the scene. Basically, Chio decided to stick it in the slot while his back was turned. There's probably a better way to phrase this. But she basically was doing that, and then she didn't want to make noise, so she didn't want to make noise that he would hear and he would turn around, so she timed it to where when he sneezed, she just shoved it in real quick, so there's gotta be a better way to phrase this. But anyway, she shoved it in when he was sneezing, and that way he wouldn't hear it, but she's still risking making noise as she was leaving, but she did manage to leave without him actually ever seeing her. And he's like, oh, what do you know? It looks like it's in the slot already. I guess it's been there the whole time. I just didn't notice, because, you know, I guess I'm silly like that. Anyway, the epicness wasn't done yet just because she had succeeded in slipping it into a slot undetected, because she also had to exit, and after giving us another, you know, nice little panty shot there, she just jumps off in an epic fashion, and Ando actually catches her, so yes, that definitely nailed the exit as well. This is also about the time where they completely threw out all subtlety with the romantic misunderstanding that Manana was having, because they actually had friggin' hearts in the background. But obviously the audience knows there's nothing romantic going on there. It's just Chio being Chio, you know, as usual. And we did get more details on exactly what Chio was up to this whole time at the end there, because we found out that she just did all of this just so Ando would say his job was fun, she would win the bet, and she would get her 100 yen. All of this effort, basically doing somebody else's job for them partially, was to get compensated with 100 yen. That is what all this was about. I would expect nothing less of you, Chio. I would expect nothing less. Oh yeah, we did have one final scene after all that, basically. Kind of a similar situation as with Hosokawa and Chio. We had a situation with Manana and some other popular girl. And after she decided to deal with the situation her own way, which in the end didn't end up being that different from Chio's. She made a face that she thought would solve the situation, but it just made her worry. Like, what is with that weird face of yours? Are you sick or something? So yeah, it wasn't anywhere near as effective as she thought it was, and then she just went full on crazy mode and then just made things worse, really. And then she just got out of there because she didn't need any part of that. And that was the episode. Like I said, this episode was really great, and this show does continue to be my anime of the season. I don't see that changing anytime soon. If it can keep up this level of quality, it will definitely be my anime of the season. This is just so much fun. I love it so much. I look forward to it every week. Every day it airs, it's the first thing I watch. It's so good. So let me know what your thoughts on the anime are in the comment section below, and I will see you next time. Thank you for watching, and thank you Cnouki, as well as everyone else, for doing what you can to support the channel. It means a lot to me, and I hope we can continue to grow the channel together. If you want to do more to support the channel, then you can become a patron on my Patreon and get cool rewards like early access to certain videos. Have a good one.